getting ready to go. Mark Stouts with Tyler Freeman. Mark?
I was home during the road trip. Everybody talking about the Rockies playing better ball. Why?
We're having fun, and we're trusting the process, working extremely hard, and like I said, having fun playing.
Tyler, good team over there. What do you do tonight to win?
Got to trust scouting report, trust each other, and get the next batter up.
Let's see your socks as you go out.
Let's
City
go.
Connects tonight. Let's get it.
Those are sweet.
Love it.
Those are beautiful. Tyler Freeman in right field, as you can see. And the Rockies back home for 6 games. They'll play the Braves on the weekend, and then the Mets come to town. The Rockies swept the Mets a few days back in Queens, and one of the reasons why, an outstanding outing from Jose Quintana. Here's the Braves lineup for Walt Weiss tonight. Ronald Acuna Jr., one of the most talented guys in baseball, is off to a slow start. Drake Baldwin, he's one of the best young players in baseball. Ozzie Albies, the switch hitter, still just 29 years of age. He's off to a fabulous start. We talked about Matt Olson. Mauricio Dubon will bat 5th. He'll be in center field. Austin Riley, the talented third baseman. Eli White in left can fly. Jonah Heim, the veteran catcher, behind the plate tonight. And Jorge Mateo is batting 9th and playing shortstop for Walt. Well, with Quintana, it'll be his 5th start. He had a couple-week interruption with a hamstring strain, but it's really good to see him perform the way he did in Queens the other day.
Well, and I think the good thing about that, Drew, was I know he threw a lot of pitches in that first inning, but he was able to get 2 guys looking on strikeouts to end that first inning, and then after that he started to carve him up a little bit. A lot of weak contact. I thought his changeup was exceptional, and especially changeup down. That's what he needed to do. And the whiff rate on that changeup was about 60% in that last start against the Mets. I think this was really one of those outings to build on if you're Jose. I know it's 5 1/3 and maybe want to go a little bit deeper, but I still think for Jose it was really nice.
He pitched against the Braves last year in a Milwaukee uniform and beat him. And that first pitch misses ball 1. So it's 1-0 on Acuna. He's one of those guys that you always have to be careful with first pitch. He'll jump the first pitch of a ball game.
And that's why they went with the off-speed pitch on the very first pitch.
1-0 and a line drive into left field for a base hit. So Acuna is aboard. And that'll bring up Drake Baldwin.
Well, back-to-back curveballs to start off with, and there's nothing wrong with that. It just maybe didn't get down as much as he wanted to, but still, this is a really nice piece of hitting by Acuna Jr. You can tell by the sound he didn't hit it particularly hard.
Well, that'll bring up Baldwin. Been doing a ton of catching naturally. He's DHing tonight. And left on left, he's one of the best hitters, Corey Sullivan, in baseball.
Yeah, he does a really, really good job going the other way. He doesn't try and spin on baseballs, doesn't try and pull them against the lefties. He may run into one, but he's not trying to. You know, we're going to talk a lot about the Braves and how good this team really is, but one of the areas that they aren't so good is stolen bases. Obviously, they're 26th in baseball. They only have 14. Acuna doesn't run like he used to, obviously, with the both knees. But they also do chase. So if Quintana can get in the zone first time through, he can expand next time.
Well, you mentioned the stolen bases, 14, as you said.
Yeah.
They've been caught 8 times. 64%
Yep.
is their success rate.
One is fouled off. So it's 1-2 on Baldwin. Drake's a Wisconsin kid who, by reports, his first love was hockey.
Yep.
There goes Acuna, and that hit Drake Baldwin. So now 2 are on and nobody out.
Well, I think out of the corner of Jose's eye, he could see that Acuna Jr. had taken off, so he tried to speed up the delivery to give Hunter a chance, and then it just grazes that elbow pad. And now you got Ozzie Albies, who's hitting .373 against lefties this year.
Yeah, it's not ideal. And Ozzie, throughout his career, has been much better from the right side than the left side. The right side is his natural side. Sully, this one, I always knew this, but this one even got me by surprise. He's a career .328 hitter on the right side.
Yeah, it makes you wonder if he just stayed there.
That's back towards second. This should be 2. Oh, man.
No.
Out at first for now. A little miscommunication between Julien and Tovar. Huey, I'll let you describe it and take us through that.
I thought he was going to take it himself, talking about Julien. And they're going to take a peek at this. So right here, I thought he was going to go for it. See how the head was down? And then he looks to flip it. That's just a mistake for Eddie to do that. Because once you kind of put your head down, what it tells you as the other guy.
Atlanta is challenging the out call at first base.
So what it tells you as the other guy is, I'm going to race to the bag.
This call line review is presented by Dial Pad, and that, we'll see what the result is. That has to be 100% of the time a double play.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
Julian's
so
upset.
watch how
It's
the
going to
head
get flipped.
So the head kind of goes down for a second, and then once he looks to throw, it's too late at that point.
Yeah, he also got caught on the wrong foot, Huey, to throw.
So as you know, that it takes a lot off of your throw.
Ooh,
I don't know.
That one makes me think he might be out.
Maybe. I
It's
was basing some of it on the reaction to Julien.
The first few I thought he was safe, but this,
and he did too, and he slammed his fist into his glove.
it's real close. I don't know that they can turn it now.
Keep your fingers crossed, they cannot.
After review, the call in the field stands. The runner is out.
That
Atlanta will
is
lose their
tremendous. That is a tremendous break. Instead of first and third, 2 outs, runner at third.
You both know, we've been talking about, this team's too good. You give them an extra out, they're going to take full advantage.
So Matt Olson. And this is popped up, should get the Rockies off the field. Jake McCarthy's in center, and he gets there, and no harm done. There were 2 on, nobody out. Scary moment, but the Rockies get off the field. So we go to the bottom of the first inning. First opportunity for the Rockies tonight. Let's take a look at their lineup. For Warren Schaefer tonight, it'll be Edouard Julien, Mickey Moniak riding a 14-game hitting streak. Hunter Goodman had a big road trip. Then it's TJ Rumfield, Tyler Freeman, Troy Johnston, Willie Castro, who bats from both sides, Ezekiel Tovar, and Jake McCarthy. And they're seeing the 30-year-old Grant Holmes, who features one of the better sliders in baseball. And the South Carolina native misses with a 4-seamer outside ball 1 on Julien.
Take a look at the numbers on the year. He's made 6 starts. 3 of them have been a quality start. You mentioned the slider. It's 50+% whiff rate. He's a short strider, so he drives the ball down. He can get on top of it and really spin it.
Well, by whiff percentage, the only guy who's had a more effective slider is that fella Miller, who closes games for the Padres.
He's at 72.9, Miller is.
Dylan Cease on that list, and a guy the Rockies just saw a couple of days back, Chase Burns.
That being said, though, he does have a walk in him. Talking about Grant Holmes.
2-1. There's a slider, 2-2.
It gets 5.5 more inches of vertical drop than league average. So it's Tyler Kinley plus a little.
Oof.
But again, always an adjustment, Sully, when a guy comes to altitude.
He has not liked it here.
Now, we've talked. We were talking to TK about that before the ball game, where you have to adjust your release point. Ooh. 3-2.
Yeah, just one other game for Grant here at Coors Field. 9 ERA. Didn't go well for him.
5 earnings. Brenton got him.
So here we go, 3-2 on Julian. And ball 4, Julian draws a walk.
Well, we've been talking about the pitch mix, so let's show it to you at home. This is brought to you by StatCast 3D, powered by Google Cloud. Slider predominant, then the 4-seam, which does get good carry. It's not a true spinner, though. Curveball a little bit, sinker occasionally into righties, cutter, and a very occasional changeup. But really, it's the 2 pitches that you see the effectiveness, 175, 174 batting average against.
Mickey takes a curveball for a strike. Moniak, again, riding that 14-game hitting streak. It's second best in baseball to Ildemaro Vargas of Arizona. The veteran has hit, and now it's 15 straight. Opposite field single. Julian shuts it down at second. So now the Rockies have 2 on and nobody out, just as Atlanta did a moment ago.
It's now a 15-game hit streak for Mickey. Like this, you take that high rail fastball or pitch cast by AutoNation Subaru and just takes it the other way.
That's where I think Mickey has really grown, right? We were talking about him slug earlier in the year, working on pulling the ball in the air, but to be a complete hitter, you got to use the whole field. He really has started to develop that.
So Hunter Goodman, a couple home runs 2 days ago in Cincinnati. The second one, Sully, you were sitting next to me. The second one, if I could take where it landed in the Natty at Great American Ballpark and pretend that it happened here at Coors Field, it may have hit the Toyota sign.
Yeah, and they only,
above the Helton Burger.
They gave it 410, didn't they? It was a joke. My favorite was Hunter's reaction. It was just pure disgust. I killed that baseball.
And that's all you got for me?
Yeah, it was hysterical. He like immediately threw his bat down, was like gross.
Just as we were describing a year ago, where well more than half of the home runs that Hunter hit, and he hit 31, were on the road. So far this year, 7 of his 9 are out on the road. You know what the Rockies need? We brought it up the other day.
But we can't, we'll say it afterwards, because it didn't happen. So let's see it happen first.
Well, that special ticket,
the card,
the Earl Weaver card.
Yeah.
Okay.
0-2. This ball slammed toward the gap in left center field. It is going to get down, and unfortunately, it goes out of play. So it's a ground rule double, which is going to rob the Rockies of a second run, at least for now. Behind in the count, Hunter unloads yet another extra base hit. 13 of his last 17 hits have been extra base hits. RBI number 15, and the Rockies break on top.
Yeah, and a 7 double of this season, too. This goes right off the middle of the warning track.
I just love the way he keeps the hands back, even though he's a little out front with the stride and the leg kick. Mickey was going to score. He was on his horse.
Easy.
Infield back, Rumpfield at the plate. Field time for second to Sal Stewart, and rookie Ribbies in the National League has a chance to grow that number right here. Moniak at third, Hunter at second. Good take.
That's the pitch you have to lay off of, too.
Huey, did you find early in your career especially, and you played, more than 10 years, that when you came up with traffic, the adrenaline's really flowing, man. I want to drive guys in. When did it slow down?
But I think now for TJ, he's played enough games now in the big leagues. You know what? This is game number 33 of the season. And so when I look at it, I think if TJ's now going, okay, I played 32, now 33, because this is the 33rd game of the year. So he's like, hey, I've been in this situation.
Well, he's acting like it, Sully. He's 3-1. He spit on a couple of borderline pitches.
I love the aggression on the first pitch. It was a curveball. So what? And then you settle in, right? He's not jumpy. He's not landing hard on his front side.
(3-1) to Rumpfield. And this ball lined to center field. It's going to get down. Moniak will score. Goodman had to wait. He'll get 90 feet. Still no one out. Rockies up 2-0. Welcome back to Lodo.
You're talking about in our open about defending the home field. You know, think about how this game has transpired the last 15 minutes. Okay, Braves first and second, nobody out. You're like, okay, maybe you can keep them to 1 run. No, you get the double play. 8 pitches later, you're in the dugout. Now the Rockies are taking their hitting shoes and making Grant Holmes pay. I like this little leg kick, but he stays so centered through the ball. And I'm with you. I thought for a second that ball was going to stay up, so everybody base running wise did the exact thing they needed to do. Hunter, real close to the bag out at second base, and then once he saw it drop, he gets to third. And now you got a golden opportunity for Tyler Freeman, who's hitting 400
so
this year.
You know what I'm thinking right now, because we spent a whole lot of time together. Huey does it as well. This is where the push bunt is a potential great play.
I completely agree. We said it the other day, and he went ahead and hit a homer.
There's the bunt, and he gets the squeeze down. They're going to scoop down safe. Matt Olson had only one decision, evidently. He went with the glove flip to Jonah Heim, not in time. Great jump at third by Hunter Goodman, who's one of the better running catchers in the game.
And great call, guys. I mean, think about what Tyler Freeman's doing. Okay, I'm going to push this to one of the best first basemen in the game. But he understands the situation, and this is a perfect pitch to bunt. It's up a little bit, it's right below your eyes, so you can watch that ball travel to the edge of the bat. Hunter's got a walking lead going into this, and then the head first dive getting out and around Jonah Heim.
But this is also where the lineup construction of the Rockies is so important, right? A guy like Tyler Freeman hitting in the 5-hole, not your tradition, right? But he's so good with the bat that it plays.
First 5 have reached. They're going to score at a base hit. It was a safety squeeze. It's a play that Warren Schaefer loves, especially when a guy like Tyler Freeman comes up. Troy Johnston fouls it back. 2 strikes on Troy.
And if you're wondering that, you know, before you go up to hit, sometimes a manager will say something to you, hey, remind you about the bunt. But I think Tyler's so smart that he didn't need any reminding.
Good job protecting by Johnston. Troy's riding a little 7-game hitting streak. Nobody out, 3 runs already in. And this ball's lined to left, and this will get down. Rumfield will stop at third.
That was sexy hit.
That was beautiful. I mean, right now, Grant Holmes' head has to be spinning a little bit. Like, what do I throw? The last time that the Rockies had more than 4+ hits in the first inning against the Braves, you go back to 2016.
Yeah, you really now have a chance to put up one of those funny numbers. Bases loaded, no one out, 3 in. Willie Castro at the plate.
Well, for Holmes too, in his previous 6 starts, he had not given up more than 3 runs in any of those starts, and already you're sitting at 3.
I just like the at-bat by Troy, right? He gets 0-2, he fights off the slider that it's going to chase you out of the strike zone, and then top rail fastball, I'm going to climb on top, trap the lower half off, and take the knock.
Good take. 1 ball, 1 strike on Castro. I mean, this was old-time Rockies baseball at Coors Field. Welcome to town. Now, wary.
Yes.
Two and 1. And you both have seen this. Sully, playing here, you experienced it, where all of a sudden it became readily apparent the opposition arm did not want to throw anything near the zone.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you get real gun shy. But also, if you're the Rockies, foot on the gas. Do not let up.
2-1. Willie just came back after missing several games with a sore knee. So he ended up 2 for 8 on the road trip. Got back to the starting lineup on Wednesday. This ball bounced to first. Good pickup by Olson. They come home, wild throw, and the Rockies will get another run. 2 scored on that play at first base. Matt Olson, one of the best fielding first basemen in the game, threw wildly to Jonah Heim, trying to get T.J. Rumfield. Freeman would come around. Johnston ends up at third.
Well, I think if you're looking at this, for Matt Olson, that was his only option to try to go home, but it was the throw that was too tough to handle for Heim, and then Tyler Freeman's motoring all the way around.
Yeah, Troy did a good job getting to third, too.
Yeah. Well, now you have to bring the infield in. You're down 5 already. Let's not forget, I mean, you're talking about Matt Olson, a guy that's won 3 Gold Gloves, including last year.
0-1 on Tovar. Tovar lifts this to shallow center. Tagging is Johnston, and the ball was caught by Albies. I thought for a moment, you know, with the infielder, the back to the infield, maybe you take a shot.
It's always a tough one, though. If you're at third, you're like, okay, I see everybody, I'm going to go back and tag up. But for a moment, I thought that it was going to be Mateo who caught this ball.
He took a swipe at it.
Yeah.
He tries to catch it.
That still would have been a really hard play for Albies to make that throw. Here's Jake McCarthy.
Oh, look at where Olson's playing. Come on. I know Jake likes to go to third, but it is right there. And the last thing Grant Holmes wants to do is cover first base right now.
One and one. So going back, just to get you caught up for those that like to keep score at home, Willie Castro, 3 unassisted, gets an RBI on the ground out, and then Freeman scored on the throwing error by Olson. 5 runs, 5 hits here in the bottom of the first. 2 and 1.
I just think of how big of a momentum shift that review was now, right? The double play, the next pitch is you're out of the inning. And then the offensive onslaught comes.
Yeah, it did not look good. 3 and 1.
It's just such
from Jake McCarthy.
Great at bat so far tonight. First 9 guys.
Next pitch is number 33 for Grant Holmes. That's ball 4, and now Edouard Juliet, who started this rally with a walk, will come up for the 2nd time, and Walt Weiss is forced to get somebody up in the bullpen, and their bullpen has been used quite a bit over the last several days. They were just at home. They won 2 of 3 against Detroit, but a late lead got away from them yesterday.
Well, and that's why they had to activate two new guys out of their bullpen, one including Anthony Molina. And Walt's managed here enough. He's been managed for the Rockies for 4 years. We know all about that. So he understands that first game of a 3-game set, and you're already calling down to the bullpen in the first.
First pitch strike on Juliet.
It's going to be Hunter Stratton, who they also just called up, getting loose now out in the bullpen. Edwards 7 for 13, 538 with RISP this season.
Yeah, McCarthy.
He's going.
He is going to go. We say this every time. He gets on. He's going to go, and he's typically going to go early. Not going here, and a delayed steal fouled off. You saw Ellie De La Cruz pull that off in Cincinnati a few days ago.
But it's also really good with a left-handed batter, because it makes it difficult for the catcher to see any sort of movement. You have to rely on other people.
Right, but Huey, let me ask you a question. Middle infielders with a guy who flies, right? You're going to watch to see if he straight steals, right?
Yes.
If he doesn't, you take your eyes off it.
Just for a second, you do, and then you're like, oh, I got to get to the back.
0-2.
Holmes is pretty quick to the plate, though, and that's where it'd be more likely with the delay.
One-two, he goes, swung on and missed. That will end the inning. But the Rockies played 5 runs, their best first inning in Coors Field since April 30th of 2024. 5-zip after 1. Welcome home. The Rockies defense will feature Mickey Moniak in left, Jake McCarthy in center. Freeman is in right. Castro, Tovar, Julian, and Rumfield in the infield. Castro playing third. Kyle Karros getting the night, at least the beginning of it, off with Hunter behind the plate. First pitch of the inning missed to Dubon, so it's 1-0 from Jose Quintana. And now 2-0 on the veteran Dubon. Came from Houston.
A long time with San Francisco. Just 8 pitches that first inning for Jose.
It was such a strange inning because he went from, oh man, this is not good, 2 on, nobody out. Ozzie Albies has been great. That's going to be a base hit to right center field. And then literally just a couple pitches later, you were in the dugout. I'll bring up Austin Riley, who has quite a resume. But he's off to a very slow start. Really just 190. Strikeouts have been an issue. He has hit left-handed pitching this year. You see there's been a decline each year in his OPS. He's one of the best hitters in baseball in 23.
Playing all the time, too.
He went.
That happens a lot, Sully, does it not, when you're really...
Yeah, you're indecisive.
Indecisive and caught in between, if you will.
Yeah, and you're trying to be ready for the fastball, so you're geared up, and then when it's out of the zone, you've gone too far.
One and two. Let's look it back, because you know the last year the Braves went 76 and 86. It was Brian Snitker's last year. As you know, Walton ends up taking over. And the previous 7 years, they were a fixture in the postseason. In fact, in 2021, they won it all.
Yeah.
They were world champions. They took down the Astros in 6 games. The only 2 guys among position players that are still around from that 21 team, Austin Riley and Ozzie Albies. Swung on and missed.
That was a great changeup. He really turned it over.
Strikeout for Quintana.
So in the last 18 plate appearances for Austin Riley's, that's now 10 punch-outs.
Well, you know the worm will turn, but you just don't want it to happen.
It could maybe turn on Monday, Tuesday of next week.
Eli White swings and misses.
And Sully, I know you were talking about on the pregame show with Jose how he really settled down and really got a feel for his pitches after the first inning in New York.
Yeah, a little amped up. Obviously, a couple of walks. Got the big-looking strikeouts. But that pitch, I mean, that's the changeup right there. He hadn't really had a feel for it all year until that game, and he was commanding the bottom of the strike zone and owning the inside part of the plate to righties.
Here, your actions get sped up a little bit on the infield. Tovar moved in maybe a step from where he'd normally be because White can fly.
Yeah.
And Dubon runs well at first.
Right. So, you know, sometimes we talk about range. Oh, I need to be back a couple steps for the range. Well, you know what? Range doesn't do you any good if you got two guys that are going to fly. You got to be able to make sure you turn those double plays that you need to. And if you can only get one, you only get one.
Swung on and missed. He did not contact that baseball. So back-to-back strikeouts with off-speed deliveries.
Yeah, that was a really nice block pitch too by Hunter. Looked like a curveball coming out of the hand.
Yeah, I think he throws a slurve since we're renaming things.
Oh. I don't mind the slurve.
I don't either. It's been we've called it that for 40 years.
Yeah.
Inside of Jonah Heim, ball one. All-star in 23 with the Rangers. Switch hitting catcher. They're going to get Sean Murphy back in all likelihood next week. I suppose that's a good problem to have. You can DH Drake Baldwin, keep him off his feet a little bit more.
Maybe play Jonah against lefties, which he's a little bit better from the right side. If they decide to go with three catchers.
Another guy that they're going to get back in the not too distant future is Ha-Sung Kim. Remember, they signed him to play shortstop.
That's right.
Former Dodger, former Ray. Did I say Dodger? How about former Padre? Former Ray. 2-1 on Heim with 2 outs. 2-2. Pitch suggestion coming from Alon Leishman. He knows the Braves well, working for the Marlins the last couple of years. 2-2. But overall, the Rockies' rotation has been splendid. The last 9 games, they've pitched to a 268 earned run average. Two, and this is in the air to right. Freeman is there, and that is all for the Braves in the top half of the second. Dubon left at first after a leadoff single. 5-0 Rockies.
The lasting.
Let's get you the UC Health Scouting Report. MLB ranks the last 2 seasons for the Rockies offense. Average an 18-team jump up to 5th place in 2026. RISP, real improvement, 24 spots. Extra base hits, 11 spots. Slug up to 8th. OPS, top 10 in those offensive categories, boys. It's good to see from the offense this year, the adjustments they've made.
Yeah, it's wonderful to see. You know, it probably surprises some people who watch the Rockies every night. They've seen, you know, a few games lately where, you know, we've talked about it, Sully. Man, if the Rockies could have just, you know, had 1 or 2 more hits with all the traffic they had. They had a ball game like that in Cincinnati, 1 for 11 with runners in scoring position. Yet overall, the Rockies are 5th hitting in runners in scoring position this year.
Yeah, 274.
The Braves are number 1. Oh, take a good look. You won't see this one for long. Second deck in right for Moniak. His 9th of the year. 6-love Colorado.
Think about his 2 hits tonight. He gets a high fastball his first time up, goes the other way. This time, they tried to come inside. He said, oh, no, no, no. I'm going to go ahead and hit this one 439 feet and get it put on the Purple Jackets.
Between Mickey Moniak and the guy who's stepping into the box right now, Hunter Goodman, they're not just hitting a plethora of home runs, they're obliterating baseballs.
Oh, Mickey, just drop the bat. Oh, that's just gorgeous. You know what I like too? Mickey he refuses to take the jacket off.
I like that.
He still got it on.
And Mickey's a really bright guy also. It's around 60 degrees tonight. It's a little on the chilly side still. And he knows the fellas may hit for a while.
Right. Or get cold.
Hunter had a booming double to drive in a run his first time up. This is hit sharply to Riley. 1 out.
It looks like Hunter Stratton is still up in the bullpen now for Atlanta after that home run. Now, Mickey, wear it.
It's Rush Chairman Hunter Stratton to you.
Thank you, sir. May I have another?
So you do all right?
Yes, you did, sir. Proud of you.
TJ Rumfield. Hey, one of the bigger swings of the bat in that first inning, and there were many, was TJ's. He had a patient at bat, got to 3-1, and then ripped a baseball to center field to drive in a run. In fact, he hit it so hard he could only drive in one. Right. The bases were loaded. Rumfield to Olsen, and Olsen flips to Holmes, 2 outs.
Let's get you the 4 keys to the game. This is the ALT, not the ATL for Mr. Grant Holmes. He does not like to pitch at Coors Field. He's not getting the vert that he was getting in Atlanta. Q-tip, that's for Mr. Quintana and that changeup. He's got it going so far through the first 2. And hey, in a fight, I got Walton. I just wanted to clear that up.
Yeah,
I just wanted to clear that up.
Not you have Walt, not like you're going to challenge Walt, you're going to take Walt as right.
Yeah,
I'm with you, and we're with you also. Yeah. Freeman grounds out, but Mickey Moniak hits one 7 miles, and the Rockies lead 6-0 after 2 at home against the team with the best record in baseball.
Like a relentless weed.
6-0 after 2. We go downstairs. It's Friday night. The skipper joins us, Warren Schaefer. Schaefer, so many quality at-bats in that first inning. Do you have a particular favorite?
Yeah, the Tyler Freeman safety squeeze. I like that one the best.
Hey,
I thought you might say that.
Yeah.
It's twice now for him.
Great baseball play, but take us through the range of emotions from what happened in the top of the first, you know, getting that call confirmed, and then a pitch later, getting out of that inning, and then you putting up 5 runs.
Yeah, that's what veteran pitchers like Quintana do. They get you a double play ball when it doesn't quite start off the way you want it to, and then to get the guys bouncing back like that after a 0 is huge.
All right, keep it up.
Schaefer.
Good luck the rest of the way. Warren Schaefer, as his club's up 6-0 early. 9-hole hitter is Jorge Mateo for Atlanta, and he hits the ball in the air to left. And Mickey's got it, 1 out.
Now this is where I expect a guy like Jose Quintana to really do show his skills, right? Get those quick early outs, missing barrels.
That's what he's a master of,
Yep.
Huey. He's not going to rack up huge strikeout totals. Even throughout his career, he never has.
But when you pitched over, come on in. Oh, nice. Yeah, you can kind of see the reroute from Mickey out in left field. What I was going to say for Quintana, this is start number 361, so it's 3rd right now as far as active pitchers, but also over 2,100 major league innings.
It's a lot of bullets that he's tossed.
But it's a lot of memory, you know, going back and understanding situations and being in these situations numerous times.
And a sub-3.8 ERA over 2,000 innings.
And 114 Major League wins. I mean, the numbers are pretty.
Yeah, especially in this day and age where starters don't get the opportunity to win games like they did a generation and a half ago. 0-1 and another opportunity for Moniak. He's going to tie a major league record.
5 pitches.
That's all it took was 5 pitches.
Good things come every day. This is the start of our climb with our team. Baseball at altitude. Here for the climb.
Hey folks, who wants tacos? Rockies well on their way. In fact, they're within a run. When the Rockies score 7 in a game, go to participating Colorado Taco Bell locations the next day. Do it between 4 and 6 to get your Rockies taco special. Live Moss at Taco Bell. Troy Johnston had a base hit to left in the first inning. He takes ball 1. Johnson was behind in the count, in fact, when he drove the ball to left for a knock. The first 6 Rockies in the first reached. The last time that happened was in 2016 against the Washington Nationals here at Coors Field.
So you're saying it's been a minute?
It's been a minute or 2. So long ago, Sully was in his 30s. Outside, 2-1. Huey and I were in our 20s.
I can't think back that far.
Drew had hair.
No. We have to go further back.
Only I can say that because I'm in the same boat.
No, but we really got to go further back. I think we have to go pre-turn of the century. 2-1 on Troy. That's a strike. 2-2. Three and 2. Huey, you and I were chatting around the cage today, and you brought up a comparison personality-wise that I was like, that's spot on. You said
Gerardo?
Troy Johnson's got a lot of
Parra.
Yeah, Gerardo Parra.
Just the energy. Oh, this is a peach.
This could be a double. Chasing the baseballs, Eli White. Troy into second with an easy double.
All right, if the last one was sexy, that one's sexier.
Right? Yeah. A lot of hits on the opposite side, right, Sully?
Yes, sir. Go for it, Huey.
Well, it's a off-speed pitch that you're expecting it to come into you because you see the spin on it, but it never does. But I love the head positioning. Look how he kind of like what Ichiro used to do. Just the way the head would travel along the same bat path.
He's a hitter. He can really hit. He's 20 for 51 this year at Coors Field, by the way.
I think over 400 plays here.
Well, he's not quite. He's at 392. Close.
20 for 50 is 400. You said 21 for 50.
No, I said 20 for 51.
Oh,
if I said the other, I apologize. 20 for 51.
Sully's going to be all over those numbers.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
As he should be. Going to keep us straight. And when Troy has at least 2 hits in a ball game this year, the Rockies are 7-0. Those are sexy numbers overall for Johnston. 1-1 on Castro. 2-1. I don't even think we've identified because this game has been one Rocky hit after another. Chad Fairchild's calling balls and strikes. Chad Whitston's at first. Bill Miller, crew chief's at second. Brian Walsh is at third. And this is hard on the ground right at the shortstop. And Mateo just does get Willie. But Johnston moved to third. Good read. Ground ball was at him or behind him, right?
That's right. And if you're wondering why Mateo kind of bobbled that was 108.4 miles an hour off the bat. And the bobble comes because it was hit so hard. Goes off the middle portion of the glove and then drops right there. Same situation for Ezekiel now with the infield in as his first time.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, that was hat high.
You could see Jonah before the pitch. They wanted it up there. They not at him, but up. He was calling for it up there.
Oh, God, that is so scary.
Here's the 1-0. Good swing.
Well, and it's arm side too, and it just keeps chasing you as a hitter. So you see it start to come up and up, but there's no place for you to go. I think that's where they wanted that first pitch, just where that pitch was located.
And now you're back in that predominant slider count.
A lot of green grass out there, though, behind the infield. Get it in play.
Yeah, he went fastball and he beat him. So Tovar's struggles continue. 2 outs, and that'll bring up McCarthy.
Hey, fans, you can score big on authentic gear at MLBshop.com. From official jerseys and memorabilia to hats and hoodies, we've got the season covered. Visit MLBshop.com/Rockies, official source for your Rockies gear.
Jake walked in his first plate appearance. Austin Riley, Sully, who's not all that far from you, your field level. He's trying to protect against a potential bunt. He is starting even, and as he creeps, he's probably in a couple of steps at third. 2-0 on Jake.
No challenge.
The catcher is challenging.
Their first challenge of the game. ABS powered by T-Mobile.
Oh, that's not even close.
The ball has 1 remaining.
That's more of Huey, a pitcher's challenge,
Yeah.
you know, because they've not challenged much because they have missed badly. Catchers are usually they're much closer. This is not going to hurt Atlanta as Olsen flips to Holmes to end the inning. So the Rockies don't take advantage of the leadoff double by Johnston, but they do lead 6-0 heading to the 4th.
Running a
Colorado Rockies baseball is presented by UC Health, the official healthcare partner of the Colorado Rockies. Rock Show back in town for 3 against the Braves, who have the best record in baseball. And then the Mets come to town on Monday. Ball 1 on now the veteran switch hitter Ozzie Albies. Albies grounded into a 4-3 double play. Took review to confirm that it was a double play. 1-1 on Albies. You know what's interesting, at least for me? Tell me if you guys see it the same way. When I was doing some homework today on Albies, I was like, are you kidding me? He's only 29?
I was just thinking that.
Doesn't it seem like he's been around for 30 years?
Well, he broke in when he was 20.
Yeah. Maybe that's why we feel that way.
August 1st of 2017.
So you were not surprised that he was just 29?
No, I was. I was sitting here trying to think of, oh,
that's going to get...
It's in play, but
yeah, it's going to be unavailable for Rumfield.
I was trying to think of how close to that was when he signed his first deal. That's why I was kind of locked up. I was trying to remember it. Honestly, that means he's just shy of 10. He'll get 10 this year probably, right, Huey?
He's just shy. I mean, he came in at 8.5, basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
2-2, sliders in the dirt, 3-2. Albies is tied with his teammate Drake Baldwin for the major league lead in hits. Both have 40. In the air to shallow right, coming on is Freeman. One out. That'll bring up the indefatigable Matt Olson.
And the reason I was thinking about that is because, you know, it's kind of zeitgeist right now where guys are signing contracts even before they debut at the major league level. Ozzie had signed it after his first full season. So I just couldn't remember exactly when it was. They signed a 9-year contract that was worth $45 million if the options were picked up.
0-1 on Olson. Yeah, he's played in 815 straight. Huey was talking about that off the top of the ball game tonight, and it reminds me of that story the year after Freddie Freeman went to LA, and Olson didn't start a game very late in the season, and from the Los Angeles Dodger clubhouse, a phone call was made to the Atlanta Braves clubhouse.
To the Braves skipper.
And he's like, what's going on? You get your butt in the lineup.
Yeah.
They're not even teammates anymore.
Yeah.
Well, they weren't teammates. I mean, he was brought on to replace Freddie.
815 straight in today's game.
Ripken-esque. It's a swing. 2-2. Next on that list is Pete Alonso, now with Baltimore. Pete tonight playing in his 448th straight. And then a guy we just saw, Ellie De La Cruz. Gotta love everything about his game, huh, Sully?
Yeah, I would say he plays a little bit more of a difficult position than the other two.
This ball smashed by Olson. He's going to get Atlanta on the board. It's the 10th home run of the year for Matt Olson, and it's 6-1.
I saw 23 extra base hits on the season for Matt. 10 home runs, 13 doubles, and he didn't miss this curveball that didn't get down and away from him. He ends up hitting that ball 415 feet.
298th career home run. Here's Dubon. He had to hit his first time up.
He knew immediately off the bat. It's the third home run that Jose's given up to a left-handed batter this year.
Huey, before Olson so rudely interrupted me,
Yes.
I was going to tell you, I know you were on a beach in Mexico enjoying yourself, but there were 2 plays that Ellie made that none of us had seen before. Not a joke. One high chop backhand on third base side, and the other one basically in right field.
It well into right field on a ground ball.
Yeah.
He's just such a freak athlete that no matter what he does, it surprises you, but then doesn't surprise you.
This is poked to right, and Freeman's there. 2 outs. He's a joy to watch, not only because he has such rare skill and he's 6'6", but he plays with joy.
Yeah, he plays like one of those kids on the Little League team.
Yeah, he loves to play.
He loves the game of baseball. And you could just tell by the way they play it. He's not working the game of baseball.
Right now, Austin Riley is working the game of baseball. He's in a rough spot. He's hoping to keep him there.
He's in between.
Oh. Every hitter has been there too. And honestly, right now, you think you're the worst hitter that's ever played the game.
Yeah, there's no way to avoid the negative thoughts.
No, that's immediately what goes through your mind. And then you look up and you go, oh yeah, already 0-2 count.
Here's the 1-2. Just missed. 2-2. Bouncing ball to retreating Castro. Long throw, not going to get it. So that'll snap an 0 for 16 for Riley. That's a really tough play, Huey.
Well, it is, because it's an in-between hop, so you can't come get it. You're trying to play it on the backhand, and then you catch it, and it has so much momentum that you end up just stumbling backwards. So right here, you know he's in trouble because he's already started to lose his balance. You can see his cleat get stuck and his foot get turned over.
First pitch strike on Eli White. White struck out in the second. Checked it at first, no swing. To second. Gobbled up nicely by Julian. That'll end the inning. Matt Olson hit his 10th of the year. So Atlanta's on the board. Rockies up 6-1, middle of 4.
If you...
Orbit Jam is presented by York Space Systems. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning, along with Jeff Houston and Corey Sullivan and our entire crew. I'm Drew Goodman. The Rockies first to 3 against the Braves. So far, so good. Rockies up 6-1. Here's Julian at the top of the order, and that pitch misses ball 1. Grant Holmes was up against the ropes, covering up in the first inning when he gave up 5.
So this is the second time he's gone to Grant Holmes and told him that he went to his mouth and didn't wipe it while he was on the rubber.
So that'll be a ball, won't it?
Yep,
2-0.
2-0.
He did it earlier. He warned him.
Now they'll waive that if it's really cold out.
Yeah.
It took Grant Holmes a long time to get to the big leagues. I mean, he was in the minor leagues.
He was released at one point by Seattle.
Over 100 minor league games before he made his big league debut.
2-2. He's a former first-round pick at a high school in Conway, South Carolina, by the Dodgers.
That's why he was a top 100 prospect for 3 straight years in 2015, 16, and 17.
And he gets a strikeout at Juliet. Second time he's got Eddie. 1 out. And that'll bring up Mickey Moniak, who has a single and a monstrous home run to right. Into the year for Mickey to tie Hunter Goodman for the club lead.
Home run 439 feet by Mickey. The longest for Mickey.
Mateo will throw out Mickey. Hunter Goodman, a ground rule double in the first, and 103-mile-an-hour ground out to third. So between Mickey and Hunter, they both have 9 home runs. The Rockies are one of 5 teams in baseball with at least 2 players with 8 or more home runs. Cincinnati, De La Cruz and Sal Stewart. The Chicago White Sox, Murakami and Montgomery. The Yankees, Judge and Rice. And Washington, C.J. Abrams and James Wood. to go back, by the way, with Mickey. You have to go back to 2019, the last time a Rocky outfielder hit 25+ home runs. It was Charlie Blackmon hit 32 that year. And that is strike 3, and it's going to be challenged by Hunter.
The catcher, correction, the hitter is challenging.
That's right.
I mean, he is a catcher.
He's a catcher, so you weren't all wrong, Chad. And Hunter's going to lose that one. So
Strike
the
3.
Rockies have 1 left.
Colorado has 1 remaining.
6-1 Rockies as we go to the 5th.
Fans, this coming Monday, the 4th is BOGO Hot Dog Night. That's presented by Texas Chili Company. Grab your crew to enjoy buy one, get one free hot dogs and watch the Rockies take on the Mets. Go to Rockies.com/tickets today.
Top of the 5th inning, Jonah Heim batting 8th for Walt Weiss tonight. He had a fly ball to right his first time up. Rockies up 6-1. Rick Coors Field, you're always reminded to keep adding on. And in the other dugout, won't field a number of questions pregame about coming back here naturally. TJ makes a catch in foul ground, 1 out. And somebody asked him about how much does it help managing now as a visitor here. He said, listen, it's still baseball, and you got to treat it as such. You do know that there's going to be some more opportunities to score, probably a little more traffic. You got to turn double plays like the Rockies did in the first inning when they're available. And you got to play all 9 innings because you always know you're never really completely out of it.
That's the thing about playing here, and not only playing but managing for Walt. He's seen so many games here. We saw games pre-humidor, played in games pre-humidor, and then also post. So he knows the dynamics of this field like the back of his hand.
The only time it's over is if you're in his grasp.
Then it's lights out.
Then you're done. I always said this about Walt, and I mean this in every which way. If you're in a room with 500 people, Walt Weiss has the unique ability to be the absolute nicest person in that room and also the last person in that room you'd ever want to mess with.
The most dangerous.
Yeah.
He's a bad man. And just ask Jorge Soler.
Yeah, and they're good friends.
Yeah,
I mean,
it wasn't a bad thing.
But Jorge's a very big man who was very upset. Everybody's seen the video. And Walt went in there, and Walt has a nice football background. He loved coaching it. 3-1's fouled off, but Walt is trained and has been training for 3 decades in MMA.
Yeah, and I don't think you want Soler is about 6'4", maybe 6'5", 240, and Walt comes in and just takes him down.
Yeah, he does it to protect him, though. He doesn't do it to
Yeah, he wasn't doing it to escalate anything. He was being a peacemaker. Swung on and missed. A strikeout of Mateo, 2 outs in the 5th inning. That's the 3rd strikeout tonight for Quintana, who's quietly doing his thing.
Yep. The last strikeout prior to this high fastball was Eli White, and that was a slurve. This time it was just below the letters.
Big swing and a miss from Acuna.
I mean, he's got enough on there to basically just go into catching. Enough armor.
He's got half the gear on. Slurve, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Well, I think the big thing, too, for Jose tonight, he's 13 for 19 on first pitch strikes and only had 2 3-ball counts.
Cutter's right. I'm a little surprised that was not challenged. Hunter's so good. He's been the best in the game.
But I wonder, since he lost the challenge when he was hitting.
And I was told that it was a smidgen high. That's how good Hunter is. That was off his leg, so it's a foul ball.
No way that found armor. I'm kidding.
Did you ever hit one off your, leg or your foot and the umpire didn't see it and you were out?
No, it happened in the minor leagues for sure.
Remember they used to go, hey, check the ball for shoe polish.
Shoe polish.
Now guys just break out a new pair of cleats.
He's done some damage at Coors Field. 3-2. And a bouncing ball to Julian. Acuna still runs well, and Julian got rid of it quickly. 1-2-3, fifth inning for Quintana. Rockies up 6-1, middle of 5. Hey there, fellas. Rockies leading the Braves 6-1. Drew Goodman along with Jeff Houston and Corey Sullivan. TJ Rumfield batting cleanup tonight will lead it off against Grant Holmes. And this is pulled foul. I don't know if Grant, in his heart of hearts, thought he'd be around in the 5th inning back in the first.
I don't think he did.
He was probably one hitter away from getting yanked.
Well, remember they had Hunter Stratton up, but for Holmes, 4 previous starts out on the road, a 164 batting average against, 529 OPS, ERA just above 2.
Yeah, he had pitched very well. Rockies jumped on him, got a 5 spot in the first. Moniak a homer in the second.
Ouch.
There's nothing there but bone.
Yeah.
It's quiet.
Lucky didn't catch a kneecap.
The Rockies can get going again against Holmes. He's retired 6 in a row. And he's going to make it 7 right here.
I'm going to go back to Tyler Freeman and that safety squeeze that he had in the first inning. Love this. Now watch Hunter. He doesn't react, but he's got momentum going home. So he's got to see the ball down. That's why it's a safety squeeze. He sees the ball down. He's got the sprint speed to be able to go down and slide in front of that tag.
Yeah, we've mentioned this before. The duo of Hunter Goodman and Brett Sullivan, both above average runners for any position. But, if you look at the typical catcher, they're well above average as runners.
And the break he got. The momentum, you typically want to try to land on your right foot as that ball is crossing the plate, because that's the foot that you have momentum going towards home.
2-1. Anthony Molina, the erstwhile Rocky, has now started throwing in the Atlanta pen, and he was just called to the big leagues from Gwinnett County today. Bullpen has not been in good place for Atlanta. I mean, overall, their numbers are great. They're just fatigued. And so, hopefully this game ends with the Rockies shaking hands. And I guarantee you, Walt Weiss afterward will give credit to Grant Holmes
for eating up some innings.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, and remember, Molina was claimed off waivers from the Rockies back in December.
This ball is foul, fortunately for Austin Riley, because he didn't corral that.
Yeah, but it was.
Yeah, it's clearly foul.
So you kind of lose some of your focus once you know it's foul.
Freeman now works at full, 3-2. Ball 4. So a 1-out walk to Freeman. In front of Troy Johnston, who has a single and a double tonight. Now, if we were, on a travel ball diamond somewhere, Corey Sullivan, the dugout would be yelling to the left fielder, Eli White, come your way twice.
That's why he's saving the sexiest for now, which is in the stands.
That is so true. You can just hear it now.
Right? They're devoid of scouting reports. And, This ball in the air to left field. I told you, Eli. 2 outs. Willie Castro coming up. Willie, an RBI ground out in the first. And smash to shortstop that was fielded by Mateo. So he's 0 for 2. Freeman draws interest. Outside 2-0.
A little too quick to try to run on. The last 2 pitches, 1.19, and that last one was 1.08. So now you just anticipate a ball down in the dirt.
Yeah, league average is around 1.3 to the plate. It's also about where pitching coaches focus on you averaging to the plate.
Yeah.
Unless you have Mason Miller stuff and you can go 2.5 to the plate. Nobody's ever on, though. Austin Riley, Mateo, and it'll be Riley in foul ground. That'll end the inning. We march on to the 6th. The Rockies leading the Braves 6-1. First at 3 here at Coors Field.
If you
mobile 5G home internet, this place is spooky.
Relax. Now you can get T-Mobile 5G home internet with same-day delivery. Nothing to be scared of.
Get T-Mobile 5G home internet delivered the same day, powered by DoorDash.
Hey, the Rockies host the Mets Monday the 4th through Wednesday the 6th here at Coors Field in the second matchup of the season. Be here for the action all 3 nights if you wish. Visit Rockies.com/tickets for more details. I know that youngster will be here all 3 nights. He wants to see another sweep.
Center field and deep, but playable, I believe, from McCarthy on the edge of the track. So Drake Baldwin is retired.
Sully, that looked like it got up high enough where it's one of those ones you start to lose it.
Yeah, well, it's a little bit darker now. I would have said last half inning definitely,
okay.
But now you're starting to get it to the darker blue where it's a little bit easier to see it. And I think for Jake, he did a good job getting back on it. Yeah, it's not that gray anymore. It's a little darker.
Okay.
Here's Albies, and he takes a strike. Good number with 1 out in the 6th inning in terms of pitches thrown for Quintana, 70.
Oh, he went.
And he certainly looked like he went. And you know who agrees most importantly? Chad Whitson at first. We have a bias, and we'll openly admit that.
I try and be as objective on check swings as possible. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
0-2, soft serve left center field, and it's going to drop. Albie's trying to turn this into a double, and he will. end of the bat.
13-game hitting streak now for Ozzie. Didn't sound all that crisp coming off the bat. And it was a hustle into second. 7th double this year for Ozzie.
I was going to ask you guys a trivia question, but it's already up on the screen. Never mind. I was going to ask you that of the top 5 active batting averages against lefties as Olson pulls his foul. Olson, a home run his last time up. There's a left-handed bat on there. Who is it? Well, we just saw it's Yordan Alvarez, who has been the best hitter in baseball this year by virtually every metric. Here's the 0-1 on Olson. 1-1. Ball to second. Julian diving stop and makes a wonderful play. Olson denied a hit and Atlanta denied a run. 2 outs. Albies to third.
It's time now for the Xfinity defensive play of the game, and this is a big one too because it saves a run but also gets the second out of the inning. Wonderful play by Eddie. He dives at the perfect time, knows he's got some time to be able to get Matt Olson.
And then it's that place in time, not always the case at second, where you got to put some pepper on the throw.
Yeah, once you hop up and you know, hey, I can still have time to get on top of that ball. It doesn't have to be a quick sidearm fling. You just tell the confidence of Eddie, the more reps he's getting at second base.
So Alon Leishman done conversing with Jose Quintana on how they want to work to Dubon. Dubon had a base hit in the second and a fly ball to right in the fourth.
Talk about fly balls. There's been 8 fly ball outs to the outfield tonight for Jose.
But most of the mishit variety,
right.
off the barrel.
Not like, oh, you had to run a long way for it.
Outside. That's out of play.
Third time through the lineup for Jose in his career. Still a batting average below 300 at 277. His lifetime batting average against is 255. A lot of ball games.
1-1 to Dubon. 2-1. Dubon playing center field tonight. Michael Harris, the second, is their everyday center fielder. He's nursing a left quad. It's not a strain, it's tightness. He's having an unbelievable year offensively. He's going to DH some over the next few days because of that quad. 2-2 on Dubon.
Well, and that's why they're running Dubon out to center field a lot instead of trying to move too many guys, like put Yastrzemski out there, whoever, just run him out there and let the other guys man left and right.
Make a pitch here. 2 outs, 2-2 on Dubon. Boy, his feet go in every direction.
You know what it looks like?
He doesn't really sit on his backside, does he?
No, it looks like Scotty Scheffler when he hits a drive.
Well, I hope that doesn't happen here.
No, I'm
every
just
time
saying,
you see Scotty Scheffler,
but the feet are going everywhere.
Yeah, I got you.
The high cut.
Yeah, this is available, I think, to Freeman. Did he make the catch? No.
That was a foul ball.
It was a foul ball, but
what an effort.
There must be some wind up there.
He didn't hit it very well, and Tyler was playing a little bit, not oppo, just kind of straight up and a little bit deep. He still made a good effort at it. Kind of looked like it hit in the heel of the glove. Yeah, just off the pinky.
Great effort.
Yep.
And the worst part is he rolled over on the baseball. Ouch. He's not going to be able to dive at this one.
You got him set up right now. If you're Jose with a really nice changeup, you faded away from him.
That, or I think you could just jam him in with the cutter too.
Looks like they want to come in.
Yep.
To third. Good pickup by Castro. Perfect throw. End of inning. Albies left at third base, middle of sixth. The Rockies up on Atlanta, 6-1. Back in a moment.
Eddie's, we
now for Bojo's Slice of Colorado. First inning offense, the Rocks come out swinging. First 6 reach base. I love the way they sprayed it around the field. I love the small ball from Tyler Freeman in the 5-hole and Hunter Goodman diving in safely. And they did not take their foot off the gas in the first inning. Thought they were going to land the absolute haymaker. Take a look at where all of the hits went. Big part of the field up the middle where the pitches were. Up in the zone, a little bit down on the way to the righties. Good to see from. See if they can add on now.
Well, they're going to face an old teammate, Anthony Molina, pitched in 52 games the last couple of years for the Rockies. He's picked up on waivers by Atlanta.
First two pitches
2-0 to Tovar.
First 2 pitches, 97. So you mentioned 52 ball games with the Rocks. Remember, he's a Rule 5 draft from Tampa Bay back in 2023.
3-0 on Tovar. Pop out and a strikeout for Tovar tonight. He had opportunities in both of those at bats. He had a runner at third with less than 2 outs. He's in grind mode right now, and every player in the history of the game has been there one time or another.
Well, we were just talking about Austin Riley being in that kind of that same spot. You get pitches to hit, you foul them off.
Yeah, that though right there, 3-1. You know you're getting heater probably, and he made contact basically in the middle of the plate. And
Instead of out front.
Yeah, that's one of those where you got to get it out front. So he's a little tick late on the fastball.
He draws a walk to start the 6th inning. Love to add on. He'd always like to add on. That goes without saying. But the Rockies, again, they got 5 in the first. They got the monstrous home run by Mickey Moniak leading off the 2nd. And since that time, just 2 base runners. A Troy Johnston leadoff double in the 3rd. The Rockies did not capitalize on. And then a 1-out walk to Tyler Freeman last inning. So you want to cross home plate again. Here's McCarthy. And he squared around. Austin Riley comes charging. Ball 1.
Wouldn't mind seeing creative hit and run.
But I was just thinking the same thing. A lot of times after you give that fake bunt, you come up right now with a hit and run.
1-1.
I was thinking right along the lines with you, Sully.
I mean, he's got the whole left side of the infield.
Well, because of that foul ball now, Mateo has kind of creeped back over towards that shortstop side.
squared to Bunny, pulled it back.
He's getting dangerously close to getting called out again. That left foot, it gets out of that box when he squares.
You remember he had one on the last road trip. It's 1-2 after the called strike. 2-2. Jake's OPS with Arizona, 21 for 24, his first 4 years in the big leagues, was 726, a little bit better than league average. Last year it slipped to 591, and on the early returns he's back to 726 in his first season with the Rockies.
Well, that's why I think it was one of those good pickups, because you know, you're hoping that a guy will have that bounce back, but he has something that they've been needing here, is a guy with speed.
All of the acquisitions for the Rockies in the offseason, though maybe they didn't make national headlines, but they were purposeful. Speed, defensive versatility. See Willie Castro. This ball pulled to second. Jake's got to get up the line. Throw to first in time. That was a really good option feed from the second baseman, Albies.
Because he was probably, my guess is about 30 feet away from second, if not a little bit more, but it's the backhand. It's just a perfect feed from Ozzie Albies. Notice how he kind of throws the ball up just a little bit. The other thing you have to do when you do a feed that's that far away is you have to make sure that you keep your wrists stiff as you're letting go of the ball. That was textbook. That's tough to double up Jake, too.
Really tough. He's one of the fastest in baseball. Basically averages right at 30 feet per second. Ball and a strike on Juliet. Walked and scored in the first. Came up again in the first inning and struck out. That ended the first. Struck out again in the fourth against Holmes. Bouncer to Olsen, and he goes to Molina. So we'll go to the seventh inning. It remains the Rockies 6 and the Braves 1.
Being a business.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Colorado Rockies and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Colorado Rockies.
Orbit Jam is presented by York Space Systems. We go to the seventh inning. Top of the Rockies will go to their bullpen after 6 terrific innings from Jose Quintana. Zach Agnos will take over. Austin Riley at the plate takes a ball. 1-0 on Riley.
Last time
Mikey
Zach
Stremski, real quick, he's come out on deck to hit for Eli White.
Yeah, last time Zach was out on the hill was that second game, or excuse me, game 1 in New York of the doubleheader where he got the save.
And that's whistled. Oh boy, that got past McCarthy. And that'll be a single and an error.
Well, fastball that kind of works back in to Riley, and this as an outfielder is the worst feeling in the world. You get the one hop and it kicks off your glove and you got to go get it. You look for a blade of grass to hide behind. It just happens sometimes, right?
That'll be the first error of the season on Jake.
I can remember the first error I made at the big league level. It was in the outfield at Dodger Stadium. The snake got me, and the fans were all over me.
I'm actually surprised. I've talked to you about this, Sully, in the past, that more errors are not made on, ground ball base hits because of the snake on really in every outfield in the big leagues.
Yeah, it's one of those things where you really just want them to mow the same way, because the snake happens because of the difference in the grain from the mower. And if they just mowed everything the same way, it would never happen. But when you got do or die plays, that's the worst.
1-1 on Yastrzemski. Well, describe for people who may not realize what we're talking about.
So obviously these are perfectly manicured fields that we're talking about, but they mow for a visual effect, right? You've got some that are darker stripes, some that are lighter, which means one's mowed one way, one's mowed the other way. And when the ball crosses those, it goes into the grain of both, and one will make it go left and one will make it go right.
So it literally, when it's coming at you, you know, especially if it's coming at you hard, it's going left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right.
And if you're going at it at full speed, it is very, very difficult to make sure you hit the one in the middle.
Yeah, so you don't want to zig when it's zagging.
Yep.
Here's the 1-2. And Yastrzemski is going to ground out to first. Run field, tags the bag. Moving to third is Riley. That'll bring up Jonah Heim. So we can update with Quintana being removed from the game after his longest outing in a Rockies uniform, 6 strong. The Rockies, over their last 10 games, the starters have fashioned a .254 earned run average, a whip of just above 1. That's 2 times through the rotation.
Yeah. Well, 3-to-1 strikeout to walk ratio.
He's going to get a run home. Makes it a grand slam game. It's 6-2.
Each time we show that graphic, the one I like the most is the sub 600 OPS. You are limiting damage.
So a ribby for Heim is 3rd of the year. 2 outs, no one on for Jorge Mateo. And Mateo lays down a bunt, but you have a former infielder on the mound, and he looked like a former infielder. Well done, Zach Agnos. Boy, did he hop off the mound there. Dude, I played 3rd at East Carolina. That ain't an issue. Here comes Mickey. 6-2 ball game.
Hey, buddy, what's going on?
Trying to run his fast.
Oh, yeah. Well, Mickey, you're so fine. 439 feet. His longest home run of the year so far for Mickey. And then he gets to wear the purple jacket.
Is he so nice he did it twice?
9 home runs for Mickey, 18 driven in. Robust numbers here at 20th and Blake. 2 strikes on Moniak. 15 of Mickey's 30 hits this year, extra base hits. That's how you have a high slugging percentage. 15-game hitting streak to boot. Mickey yesterday did not start. He came off the bench. In the 7th inning, he struck out looking for Jordan Beck. In the 9th inning, he poked an RBI single to keep the hitting streak going. This ball was center field, fairly deep, but it's playable for Dubon. That'll bring up Hunter. Hunter, a ground rule double to drive in a run in the 1st. Ground out, strikeout looking. That's a fair ball, and Riley makes a fine play.
Well, I'll to navigate there, did Austin Riley. First, was it going to be fair or foul, but is it going to hit the bag? You got to circle around it, doesn't hit the bag, and then you have to step over the bag. Watch his steps over the bag, then to make this throw and get Hunter by a step.
Rumfield RBI single in that 5-run first. He's 1 for 3. He takes a strike. May 1st, the Rockies 14-18 entering play today. A year ago, 5-25.
It's the first time I've seen TJ take that swing, where he's just fooled on a curveball. I'm sure he saw it very well.
Yeah. I wonder how his leg is feeling after fouling that ball off.
It'll feel better in October.
Yeah. Everything does.
Yeah.
2-2.
Yeah, you feel the best like that first day of spring training, and then that's the last time.
Yep. Your feet hurt the next day.
Yes.
Then your back hurts.
Your legs.
Who's the Hall of Famer that one of the ways, the old-time player?
Oh, no. Larry Walker said, put your
This
spikes
is,
on and go stand in the parking lot.
Yeah, but somebody literally used to do that. 1-2-3 inning for Molina in the 7th. Will stretch at Coors Field. The Rockies up 6-2.
Grab your beat.
Colorado Rockies baseball is presented by UC Health, the official healthcare partner of the Colorado Rockies. Dinger back from the road trip also. Dinger was with us in New York. 8th inning, Zach Agnos continues on, top of the order for Atlanta. Ronald Acuna Jr. takes ball 1. New center fielder Brenton Doyle in for Jake McCarthy. (6-2) Colorado. 2-0. The Rockies, in a perfect world from the perspective of Warren Schaefer, I'm sure he'd like to see Zach get these last 6 outs. He's already gotten 3. He's used Zach as a bulk reliever.
But this is the inning for me too, because you got the top 4 guys in their lineup.
Well, hopefully you only have the top 3.
Well, you know what I mean?
No, I do. Yeah.
One of these first 2 guys gets on, it's just, you know, it goes down a little bit after that.
But that was strange. It was called a ball. I almost thought like Acuna was challenging
it.
At the top of his head. And that's not how you want to start. A walk to Acuna, and that'll bring up Drake Baldwin. That may get activity.
Probably Jaden Hill would be my guess.
Well, the number of potential left-handed bats, and Baldwin's up right now. So we have Olsen a couple doors down.
It is in fact Jaden Hill up in the pen.
Oh, 2. Ball gets away from Hunter. No throw.
Well, it's going to be another slider. And it just gets the dirt and then goes off the heel of the Hunter's glove.
Goes a wild pitch.
Another one down there too, I think.
That's foul.
It did go off speed.
Well, those two guys that are standing in close proximity to one another, catcher Drake Baldwin and catcher Hunter Goodman, have something in common. They can both really hit, and both weren't first or second round picks. Baldwin a third, Goodman a fourth. Swung on and missed. Goodman will hold Acuna and get the out at first.
They just went off speed, all 4 pitches. That's our AutoNation Subaru pitch cast. And Hunter checks Acuna out at second, as he should. Okay, and then clears a nice throwing lane down to first.
That's a big out. Here's Ozzie Albies, switch hitter from the left side. Two.
We're talking about Ozzie Albies and what he does, hitting right-handed, career .328. Hitting left-handed, he's career .245. So
huge difference.
Big difference between the two.
One, two. Fastballs up top. 2-2.
Quite had control of that fastball in this inning. The off-speed pitches have been good for Zach.
The pitch that he loves to get to is that cutter. 3-2. Two are on for Matt Olson, who homered earlier in the game. And Warren Schaefer is going to go and get Jaden Hill. Jaden handles lefties from the right side typically very well. 6-2 Rockies in the 8th, 2 aboard with 1 out.
Long.
Hey, the Rockies Home Run 5K is back on Saturday, May 9th. You can sign up online at Rockies.com/5K to secure your spot today.
So with 1 out, 2 aboard, Matt Olson coming up against the 26-year-old native of Arkansas, Jaden Hill.
Jaden has just been that all-important kind of bridge guy at times.
He's one of the trusted leverage guys for Warren Schaefer this year. He's making his 14th appearance.
That's
51st career appearance.
The second most on the club, those 14 appearances. I think the other big number that I always look at for relief pitchers too is an inherited runner scoring. You know, Major League average is 31.4%. For Jaden, it's just 16.7.
Three-pitch mix. You're going to see the heater. You're going to see a very good slider, and the pitch you just saw, a real good changeup.
Lefty's just 5 for 22 against Jaden this year.
You know, periodically Warren Schaefer gets asked about the lack of left-handed relievers for the Rockies. Brendan Bernardino has been the only guy down there all year. And he'll point out that and the first name out of his mouth always is that, hey, Jaden Hill gets lefties out at a high rate.
Right, just because he's right-handed. Doesn't matter to him.
2-2. Cunha walked. He's at second. Albies just walked. Ooh. Close.
Yeah.
3-2.
That's a good eye by Matt Olson. Half a baseball off.
Got to make a pitch here. And now 3 free passes and the tying run's coming up. This was always a concern when the Rockies got off to that fast start, but have not done much offensively since the home run by Moniak. Well, they've pitched very well, but now you got a traffic jam in the 8th. Just 1 out. Dubon at the plate.
See if the Rockies can turn their 28th double play this season.
A strike on Mauricio Dubon. Single and 3 at bats. Dangerous offense. They came in leading all of baseball in runs scored.
But also hitting .301 with runners in scoring position on the season. Tonight they're 0 for 7 so far.
Can't mess around here. No. This is an enormous pitch. Right. You don't want to go 3-2.
No. He's had trouble catching up to that fastball. Do you throw it again, or does he go with the slider?
Line to right. This is a problem. 2 runs have scored. The trail runner's Olson. He's going to get a green light. And he's going to score. It's a 3-run triple. And now it's a 1-run game in the 8th.
Well, he did go with the fastball. This time it's just a punch single, or a punch swing, excuse me, triple to right field. But all 3 of those walks come around to score. Talk about the 3 walks, just the 3rd time this year, just the 3rd inning that they've walked 3 batters in an inning. Comes at a horrible time. Now you got to play the infield in.
Austin Riley, who snapped out of an 0 for 15 with an infield hit and then had a sharp single to center in the 7th. He's 2 for 3. 1 out, tying run 90 feet away. Strike. Two. Tony Watkins making the play, third base coaching lines. Oh-2. High fly ball to right. This is deep enough to get the run home. Braves, who at one point had a 6-0 lead, have been caught here in the 8th inning. And it's self-induced.
Yeah.
3 walks.
Well, it all started with the leadoff walk by Acuna Jr. We're talking about just coming into this inning. This was the inning because you had those top 4 guys.
Here's a guy who's familiar with playing against the Rockies, Mike Yastrzemski, longtime San Francisco Giant. That's out of play. When you think back to the last home game for the Rockies, and you don't want this outcome. Remember, the Rockies had an 8-5 lead in the 9th inning in their last home game against the Padres, and saw the Padres score 5 times and win 10-8 in the 9th. One and 2. One hit in the inning, 4 runs.
Yeah. The walks.
Now something else we were referencing, Walt being peppered with questions about knowing Coors Field so well, having worked for the organization for 15 years. And you know, one of the many things that he stated about Coors Field, which we all know to be true, is you cannot add traffic. You know there's going to be enough hits. You can't add traffic. The Rockies did, and they paid the price in the 8th. 6-6.
It's a big deal. Like 2 tacos for just 75 cents, kind of a big deal. It's also my 75th anniversary. Coincidence? I think not. Get 2 tacos for 75 cents in-app only Cinco de Mayo.
Welcome to Doc in the Box.
The Texas Rangers come to town. That's May 18th through the 20th. You take on the Rockies here at Coors Field. So enjoy the action and atmosphere at one of the baseball's best ballparks. So visit Rockies.com/tickets for more details.
Well, a whole new ball game at Coors Field under a full moon. The Rockies, they were up 5-0 after 1, 6-0 after 2, and now it is 6-6. Again, just 1 hit, but 4 runs scored in the top of the 8th inning. Tyler Freeman's going to face a 20-year-old fireballer, Didier Fuentes. And his first fastball is in there for a strike at 96. Fuentes' fastball, slider, occasional split.
Yeah, I'd stay on the fastball. He throws it about 63% of the time. Don't come off it. He's a Braves #3 prospect, and as far as MLB pipeline, he's number 93 in the top 100.
1-1 on Tyler.
He expanded just ever so slightly on that swing.
Rockies have 1 hit since the homer by Moniak in the 2nd. And that hit was a Troy Johnston leadoff double in the 3rd. Remember, the Rockies did not cash that one in. Ooh, man. The Rockies get the go-ahead run on the hard way.
It's up and in, but the bad part about it, it missed that elbow guard and goes right off the forearm, just above the wrist. Basically what it causes your whole arm and fingers to go numb.
They could, depending on what Doogie thinks here, they could be forced to run Jordan Beck.
Yeah. I'd say he's good right now.
It's good. Tyler's going to stay in the game. You see, Jordan's ready to go.
Well, this is the point of the game too, where you always kind of keep that helmet close by. Bat, your glove, you're ready for any situation.
Troy Johnston 2 for 3 tonight. You wonder if Troy's DHing, so he was in the dugout. He knows Fuentes is warming up. He sees what's going on in the game. You wonder if he ran up to the pitching machine to see if they could plug him in to see what it looks like.
That would be nice if you could do it.
Kid gets down the mound too, almost 7 feet of extension. Johnson, hard ground ball right to second. That's one, and that's 2.
Always has that flip down, doesn't he?
Yep.
Fastball right down the middle. It hits it pretty hard. Almost 105 miles an hour off the bat. Just right to Albies, to Mateo. A good time for Willie to get his second homer of the. See the second homer of the season.
That'd be nice.
Yeah.
1 strike on Willie. Two and two. Full count. Left side, Riley calling for it, and we'll go to the 9th. Tied at 6.
From the beginning, our role at York.
Play right field. And on the mound is Juan Mejia for the Rockies. 8-9-1 for Atlanta.
Well,
Jonah Heim.
I was going to say, Drew, it looks like Michael Harris II has come to the on-deck circle to hit for Mateo.
2-0. Rockies right now out of the pen have not thrown enough strikes.
No. 2 walks for Zach, a walk for Jaden. That's what makes that 8th inning so hard to kind of look at the 4 runs on 1 hit.
Three and 0. This will be challenged by Hunter. Rockies have 1 challenge left. It is a strike.
Strike. Colorado has 1 remaining.
Instead of a 3-0 count, it's 2-1.
The catchers have been about 60% on the season, and for Hunter, he's really good at taking that.
He's been number 1 of all receivers in baseball. 3-1. He's been close to 80%. That's a leadoff walk in a tie game. Unfortunately, the trend continuing. Jose Quintana, 6 innings, did not walk a batter. Heim's going to be replaced by a Rocky from a year ago, Kyle Farmer. Now, I love Kyle, but I don't know how much faster he is than Jonah Heim.
Maybe not a whole lot, but if we're hitting Michael Harris II for Mateo, Farmer's going to go into the game anyway.
So here's one of the hottest hitters in baseball out of the gate this year, Michael Harris II. Strike. He went. Did he go, or did they give the safe side?
No, I think they gave the safe side.
Sorry,
yeah. It's kind of misleading.
That signal was a little bit, wasn't it? Look out. Wow. 1-2. Harris is hitting .383 out on the road. Consistently hit the ball hard this year. Former Rookie of the Year. Oh boy, high fly ball to deep right. And he just hit a 2-run pinch hit, 9th inning home run. The last 2 innings have been an absolute disaster.
As soon as he hit it too, he got a slider, and he did not miss, and he carried his bat about 80 feet of the way down to first, and then flipped it. Seventh home run of the year for Michael Harris II.
Eight unanswered runs. The Rockies were up 6-0 after 2. And the strength of this club, one of the strengths, was the Rockies played well in a variety of areas. But the bullpen, by and large, been really good. And Acuna with a base hit.
3.81 ERA. The bullpen did coming in. Just way too many walks the last inning plus.
Well, before that single by Acuna, they had scored 6 runs, had the Braves, on 2 hits. a bases loaded triple and a 2-run homer. Drake Baldwin 0 for 3, and he was hit by a pitch.
Robert Suarez warming up for the Braves now.
Yeah, Raisel Iglesias, who's their closer, is due back early next week. Remember, they went out and got Robert Suarez, the flamethrower from the Padres, to be a 8th inning man for Atlanta. And close occasionally. That's a swing. Baldwin's gone. That's first out. I'll bring up Albies. He walked and scored last inning. Acuna had a running lead, throw to second, not going to get it.
He's never stopped him. His apt description, Drew, with the running lead. It's almost like what you see at second base sometimes. When that guy gets out running, walking lead going to third. Well, this is from first to second. The 7th stolen base of the year for Acuna.
Albies lifts this to left. Moniak will make the catch, and that is out number 2.
I got to walk Olsen here.
Yeah, I would agree with that. And more importantly, Warren Schaefer thinking the same way. So now you'll go right on right with Dubon.
He had the big hit, though, in the 8th inning with that triple to right field.
The Rockies in the 9th inning will have Tovar, Doyle, Edouard Julien. After that is Moniak. 0-1. You have a 6-0 lead. It's always going to be a tough pill to swallow if you get caught and get passed. But the way this has happened, that's caught. That's the tough part. All the walks. So the Rockies going to the bottom of the 9th in a game they led comfortably, trail by 2.
I want that kid to tell his friend to turn his cap inside out too.
It's the Bears hat.
No. That's the old City Connect.
But it's back. Rally caps can go backwards too. They work the same way.
I want them inside out too, because we need a rally here. Mark Stout, Corey Sullivan, the UC Health Show, post-game show's coming up. Can they do it here?
Make the walks a side note from the last 2 innings. Get somebody on base. Mickey's sitting there in the 4 spot of this inning. Goody's right behind him. Let's see who could be the hero.
Yeah, Tovar leads off. Let's go up to the guys.
All right, Mark, thank you very much. Robert Suarez, the former Padre, who's been outstanding in his new uniform of the Atlanta Braves. An 0.71 earned run averages will be his 14th appearance. And in the absence of Raisel Iglesias, he's been marvelous for Atlanta. The 35-year-old. Lefties are 2 for 22 against him. Righties better. 292 average. And the first pitch misses, ball 1 on Tovar. He's going to sit close to 100 miles an hour.
Averages 98.8 as Kyle Farmer goes in at shortstop, and Drake Baldwin now no longer the DH, but behind the plate. Astros last year had 40 saves for San Diego.
One and two. Again, the Rockies have not had a hit since the third inning. The leadoff double by Troy Johnston. 2-2. Three and two on Tovar. A little more selective the last couple of days, trying to extract himself from a rough offensive period of time. In fact, he walked in his last at bat. 3-2.
Sometimes that's all it takes is 2 or 3 games in a row where you feel like I'm seeing the ball, I'm doing the things I need to do.
Keeps the at bat alive.
100-mile-an-hour fastball.
Back up the middle, but Albies is there. One out. That'll bring up Brent Doyle for the first time tonight. He came in defensively to start the 8th inning. At that point, the Rockies were up 6-2. Came in for Jake McCarthy. Two.
96, 95-mile-an-hour cut fastballs to go along with the four-seamer that we've seen already touch 100.
That's going to be a base hit. So the time run will come up in Juliet. And barring a double play, Mickey Moniak will get an opportunity.
That's right. Nice when you get this cut fastball and you just get enough of the barrel. And I think for Brenton too, you look at this, even off the cupped end of the bat, you just hoping Ozzie doesn't die for it, and he didn't. And that's a huge sense of relief.
Ball one on Juliet. This is going to be challenged by Juliet. And it did get a piece of the zone, so the Rockies are out of challenges.
0 challenges remaining.
Yeah, just one of those things as a hitter, you're like, I think that was low.
Julian had a little bit of drop and loft in the swing there.
Yeah, that's a hard pitch to get drop and loft on, though. The one that's up. It's a little easier with the balls down.
1-2. 2-2. Well, sitting there at seeing 99 and 97 mile-an-hour cutters, and then he pulled the string, 2 outs.
Well, you have to gear up for it. I think the arm action is what sells this pitch, too.
So here's Moniak. Single and a long home run earlier in the evening. And slowly hit to short, and that'll end the game. And that is a tough, tough gut punch loss. Last time the Rockies were at home, they had an 8-5 ninth inning lead and lost 10-8 to San Diego. And tonight they had a 6-0 lead early. They had a 6-2 lead in the 8th, and they do not hold it. And Atlanta rolls on. They have the best record in baseball. They come from 6 down. They win 8-6. Atlanta improves to 23-10. The Rockies fall to 14-19. Fuentes gets the win. Mejia suffers the loss. Suarez with his 4th save of the year. The UC Health postgame show coming up next from center field.